Come now. 1, 2, 3. What is up, everybody? The Reds have beaten Arsenal at the Emirates by 2-0 to move within 1 point of Manchester City at the top of the Premier League table. It wasn't vintage tonight from Kloppo's men, but you cannot argue with a clean sheet away from home and a 2-goal victory. We will be asking you guys to vote on your Anfield Agenda Man of the Match. We will be doing our player ratings and getting your opinions on all things Liverpool related. Before I get stuck into the match content, just want to give a shout out to our sponsors of all of our match day content today on Anfield Agenda. Surfshark, the best apps, they're mine clearly. Surfshark's the best app or web browser extension that currently provides VPN services to you guys out there. If you haven't unlocked the world's largest Netflix libraries, why not use VPN to do so? Get yourself stuck into some USA or Japanese Netflix, whatever you like. Or if you're like me, maybe get yourselves a Canadian DAZN account. It will keep you entirely anonymous and secure from hackers, particularly if you're out and about in public Wi-Fi. Surfshark secures your data with industry-leading measures with uncrackable encryption and the most secure VPN protocols. Really easy to install it. An idiot like me can do it, and if I can do it, you can do it. One subscription will run on all your devices. 83% off and 15 months for the price of 12 with our discount code Anfield Agenda, all one word, or use the link in the description. Right, ladies and gentlemen, how are we? How are we feeling after that one? Massive result. WFM, I think, is probably the best way to go with that one. That was a much better half, said GSC. They're so salty, said City Biddy. I don't care about Arsenal fans, mate. All they have is saltiness at this point. But look, in fairness to Arsenal and their fans, I mean, they've got every opportunity to get back into the Champions League this season. They still have the advantage in that race. It was always going to be a difficult task for Arsenal tonight, and we weren't at our best, but we were still too good for them, because ultimately we have strength and depth. Kloppo was able to make the changes, and what an immediate impact we had. Even just the mere sight of Bobby Firmino, Mohamed Salah on the bench was enough to send Arsenal's defence into capitulation before Diogo Jota slotted the ball past Aaron Ramsdale at his near post. He should have done better. Your keeper should have done better there, Arsenal fans. And then ultimately, a moment of fantastic pressing from Bobby Firmino sets up the second goal, and he finishes it off himself after some good work by Andy Robertson. Right, ladies and gentlemen, what are we saying? How are we feeling? Are we happy about that one? Do drop a like on the video as well. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are new. I will really quickly run through my player ratings, and then Connor will put up the poll for the man of the match.
Get some suggestions in.
Yeah, Mr. Crosby is asking for you guys to put some man of the match suggestions in the live chat. As always, you will have the final say, so we want you guys to pick the contenders. Obviously, Matip has to be in there. He was man of the match for Sky tonight. But I will really quickly just run through my player ratings. Alisson Becker, I'm going to give the big man an 8.5 tonight. And you're probably saying to me, Craig, he didn't have much to do, but anything he did have to do, he did magnificently well, and that is the mark of a good goalkeeper. Somebody who mightn't be involved in the action for a very, very long period of time, but was on his toes and alert, like he had to be when Thiago played that awful back pass that Andre Lacazette intercepted. But Alisson made himself big, made the save, fantastic with the goalkeeping. He's just an amazing keeper. What a man. Trent Alexander-Arnold, I thought he needed a little bit of help at times tonight from Henderson, because Martinelli is such a bundle of energy and a good attacking player. But I thought he did his job very well. Always good with his set pieces. To me, the second best of our fullbacks today, but that is no detriment or no ill feeling meant. Trent was good, but I just thought Robbo was really good today. So for me, Trent gets a 7.5. Moving into the centre-back pairing, Joel Matip, 9, outstanding, sublime, fantastic, immaculate, whatever you want to say. Insert Joel Matip superlatives at your own will. He was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Alongside Virgil van Dijk, who, just the mere presence of the man frightens the shit out of players. You see, they just give up. They just see, oh, it's Van Dijk, I'm not getting this. No point in even breaking the sweat running. Virg gets himself an 8 tonight. Again, very good display alongside Joel Matip, who continues to really impress this season with his performances. Onto the left-hand side, Robbo. Love the man. Love him to bits. And it was a difficult evening for Robbo, because he had to obviously get forward a lot and defend a lot at times. And the goal that we scored, the second one, just summarises everything good about Liverpool for me. Bobby Firmino with the press starts the attack. Salah's shot was blocked, but then it goes out right hand side and Arsenal think they're going to play it out. But out of nowhere comes Andy Robertson, charges down, blocks the clearance, gets the ricochet, gets to the byline, pulls it across, and Bobby Firmino with the deftest of flicks. Robbo gets himself a good 8 from me today. Very good performance. Into midfield. You know what? It wasn't our strongest midfield performance. Fabinho, though, always stands up. So I'm going to give Fabinho an 8 as well. I thought he was the best of our midfielders. Jordan Henderson, I'll give Jordan Henderson a 7.5. One of my favourite attributes of Hendo's is the cover that he provides for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Not just when Trent is upfield, but when he needs help. So I spoke about Martinelli at times, be really, having a run at Trent. Look up every time he's there. Jordan Henderson is getting back to jump in and help him out. So again, for me, got to give Hendo the 7, as I said, or 7.5, excuse me. Thiago, this is probably the most difficult one of all for me to gauge tonight, because first half I didn't think Thiago was that great, if I'm being honest. But it was a very Thiago-esque slide rule pass for Diogo Jota's goal. That probably rescues him a little bit for me, so I'm going to give him a 6.5. He can be much better. He will be much better. And a Thiago 6.5 is a mere mortal's 8. So let's give him a 6.5. Moving to the front three then. I thought we looked disjointed in the first half. We didn't create a lot, if we're being really honest, in attack. Some of that was down to the pace of the game. And one of our viewers made a really good comment that we were allowing Arsenal to dictate the pace. Yeah, I do agree. I didn't think we were that great. So Sadio Mane, I actually thought Sadio Mane looked better when Bobby Firmino and Mohamed Salah came on. And maybe that's because the game was a bit stretched and there were a few more opportunities, but I don't want to be harsh on Sadio, because I'm loving Sadio in the squad. I'm loving the fact that he can play in a whole host of positions. A solid 7 for me for Sadio Mane. Through the centre, Diogo Jota, odd one, because he scored a really good goal, but other than that, he wasn't involved in the game as much as I would have liked. So the fact that he scored the goal gets him a 7 for me anyway. On the left-hand side, this is probably the worst score I've given to Luis Diaz yet, but a 6.5 for Diaz for me. He just lacked the end product. He lacked the final ball, but he was willing, and he's a willing runner, and he's going to work really hard for the team. And I'm sure when the lads get used to the style of runs and the type of movement from him, we will be better at picking him out. So yeah, 6.5 for me for Diaz. But yeah, that's my player ratings anyway. I don't really want to go through the substitutes other than to say Bobby Firmino, what a man. Love him to bits, Bobby. My boy, what a man. So yeah, all in all, that's my player ratings, but I want to get you guys to vote for your man of the match. So the options are in there for you guys now if you want to have your vote. Alisson's an option, Matip's an option, Robbo's an option, and somehow Thiago has ended up in here.
I've seen loads of people saying him.
I don't know what fucking game they're watching. I mean, Thiago definitely isn't in our top 4 performers for me, but either way, you guys can have your vote. And look, we did ask you for your thoughts, so as Connor said, enough of you said Thiago. But have your say in the chat anyway, and I'm going to go and read out some comments. Right, what have we got? Diaz wasn't involved much in the game, said Jack. Thiago stepped up in the second half. He did, and that beautiful ball to Diogo Jota that was peak Thiago, wasn't it? Just a lovely, I call it slide rule pass. And Jota had a lot to do, but like, if I'm being really honest about it, I felt like we should have seen Ramsdale save that at his near post, but I don't give a shit. Not my problem he didn't save it. Somebody saying, what about Salah? I literally just said I'm not going to do the subs, mate. So I don't really. I find it, the reason I say I'm not doing the subs is I find it hard to give people a rating on 10 or 15 minutes. One thing I will say about the substitutions today, Bobby and Salah, is they did impact the game in a positive way. They certainly contributed to the performance. So from that perspective, great choice of substitutes from the manager, great impact from the boys. But I find it personally very difficult to gauge performances in 10 or 15 minutes, and that, that's my bad, not you guys. Yeah, I don't know how Robbo isn't in the man of the match poll. He is in there. He is in there. Sorry, I'm confused. The chat's confusing me, Connor. Leave me alone.
Robbo and Robertson are different players.
Yeah, they are. Fabinho was a wall today, said unknown. Alisson man of the match, said Peter Jenkins. Martinelli destroyed Trent. Did he? How many goals did he score? Oh, none. Oh, you're talking at your arse again. Fair enough. I mean, this myth about Trent not being able to defend needs to stop, by the way. He's an excellent defender. Martinelli absolutely did not have him on toast today, but Martinelli is a problem. He's a threat, absolutely. He's a very talented footballer. But I mean, let's not talk out our arse here and say that he had him on toast. He didn't. Give us a whoo. Okay, you ready? Everybody cover your ears. 1, 2, 3. Whoo! There you go. Apologies, any earphone users. So stressful, but a big win, said Michael. Yes, we can't ask any more from these boys. That is just win after win after win after win in the Premier League. And another clean sheet, by the way. So when you've got a defence that's capable of shutting teams out with a goalkeeper like Alisson and defenders like we have, it always gives us the possibility of nicking games by 1 or 2-0. And that's exactly what we did tonight. And the fact that we weren't at our best meant that we had a base to build off with that clean sheet. And so, yeah, look, I'm over the moon. I can't even fathom the pressure that these lads must be under, because you can't really afford to drop anything at this point in the league. Nothing. It's mad. You know, we all know how we felt as soon as Manchester City dropped points against Palace. Right now, I can guarantee you, Manchester City fans would have been looking at this game and thinking, that's a potential banana skin. And every time Liverpool get past these potential banana skins, it only strengthens our confidence, of course, as a fan base and as a club, but it will also put the worries and the jitters into those Manchester City players. And say what you want, they were rattled the other night. They were rattled. They were shouting at each other, they were moaning at the referee, and they were frustrated that they couldn't find the breakthrough against a very good, stubborn Crystal Palace team. Right, a super chat in from Ethan. Thank you, Ethan. Said another great game, keeping in the heads. Manchester City players were at defo in their heads, mate. Definitely. Bernardo Silva couldn't bring us up quick enough in the post-match press conference. I strongly believe we will win the title, said Ethan. Thank you, Ethan. Right, what else we got in the chat? Love the 3 Brazilians in the squad, said Snorlax. Am I going live with Chris and Paddy? Yes, we will be going live with those guys in about 2 minutes, mate. I'm just going to finish this up, end the man of the match poll in a sec, and then we will be live with Mr. Paddy Murphy and the inferior Stonage, Mr. Chris Stonage. Robbie, shout out. How are you, fella?
That was Robertson's 50th assist as well.
50th assist. What a man. Anderson Robertson with his 50th assist. Right, we're very close to 1,000 votes in the man of the match poll. That's usually where I like to end it. So if you haven't voted yet, still a chance to get your say, although I don't think it will affect the result at this point. Right, we've done it. We've hit 1,000 votes. Let's end that and announce your Anfield agenda man of the match. No surprise, really. Same one as Sky. And yes, Joel Matip has been voted with 38% of the vote. Your Anfield agenda man of the match, I think you guys got it spot on. Alisson came second with 27%, Andy Robertson in third place with 23%, and Thiago with 10%. But look, I think you guys got it spot on, as you always do. I will go away for 2 minutes and then I will be back with Mr. Paddy Murphy, Mr. Chris Stonage, and myself, of course. And I'll be interested to find out what the lads' feelings are after that game. Really appreciate all your support again today, my friends. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, and please do hit that subscribe button before you head off. Shout out to a sponsored Surfshark as well. Shout out to Mr. Connor Crosby, who was frantically clicking away here beside me, clipping up things ready for bits and clips and highlights and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'll see you guys in 2 minutes. Lots of love. Take care. I'm going to drag this out for another 7 seconds till it gets to 14 minutes. 3, 2, 1. I'll see you guys in 2 minutes. Take care.